Good evening, everyone. So this is the weekly webinar. Firstly, I'd like to apologize greatly for not being able to hold this live yesterday, and also I meant to post this earlier in the afternoon, but I had some personal thing on that was quite important, so I sort of delay it lah. But I do hope that you still have the time to go through this tonight. Actually, coming next week, there isn't much stuff from Singapore market, but there are some interesting stuff in on the US side. So I do hope that before the US market begin, you will still be able to look at this after your work lah. So with all that said, right, let's begin. So firstly, I'll just like to go through the my this portfolio update. Just want to share this with you guys. Coming every webinar, I'll be sharing this lah. So currently my portfolio is currently at 50.6% for this year. It was up 9.9% from previous week, which was only about 40.7. So of course, this is mainly due to high P privatization offer, and also at the same time, I do have Franken, which have rallied 14% this week. So I have position in all these. So these are not like hindsight or whatever. You guys have seen my portfolio every week in and out. All these positions have always been there lah. So basically, all this trade, right? I have zero fundamental. There's no prediction involved. I don't predict this. I don't predict that high P will privatize this and that. Nothing is involved. Everything is just technical. And of course, technical, definitely you are not able to look at things like will a counter get privatized or not. But of course, in my trades, I do not go and care about all this. I simply just take the position. But what I do have in my trade is that what you will notice, most of you, if you are sharp enough, I do not TP my position fully. I always leave a bit there. And that bit in high P was able to catch the privatization offer at $2. So that is part of my system, and it is because of that that I managed to get the privatization offer. So most of you might think, oh, lucky lah, this lah, that lah. No, it's not. It's because I have a system in place that allows me to catch this if they happen. It is extremely different from predicting that it will happen and me holding the position. These two are extremely different things. The latter require you to predict an event that is almost impossible to predict, whereas the former is a systematic trade that I don't need to think so much. I don't need to research so much. I just do this day in, day out. If the takeover happen, then it happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's simply part of my trading system. So it is very important that your trading system is robust enough to, of course, catch this kind of thing here and there. But of course, there are certain downside in the sense that if you leave a little bit behind, then you might get caught in a gap down move, which you which you are not prepared for. This kind of thing. For example, some of my trainee, they were caught in the gap down, but despite that, most of them are up 20% to 30%. And they only started trading around August after they come into my course. So it is basically everything is in place where we have risk management and almost every other aspect of trading lah. And at the end, the least important is of course we have the entry and exit, which we care very little about. So if I give you my portfolio with all the open and entry, right, you will never be able to replicate the result because the entry and exit doesn't matter to us. And until you sort of move away from that mindset that entry and exit is the most important thing, right, it is very hard for you to succeed. This is the biggest hint that I can give you lah. So going forward, sorry, let me quickly bring up the high P chart just to show you guys. So let's look at high P chart here. So for those who followed my entry exit, my post, you'll probably get it somewhere. I don't know. It was quite early, like it was around here lah. So if you follow everything, right, you should even get this whole stretch. But the thing is, at this point, right, many people take take profit on everything because resistant then take profit. Then after that, after they take profit, they miss this privatization offer, and then of course all the complaint come lah. Shouldn't have taken profit lah. All the what do you call it? hindsight comment all come in, which is really not of any help to anyone lah. So the thing is, um if you do not have a system in place, right, then you are never going to catch this. It is not really about luck or what, but you do need a system that is able to allow you to not even catch this, but if you leave a little behind, right, you can still catch the higher trend. But of course, questions will come in, right? So if I leave a little bit behind, what if it come down and I start to lose my profit, blah blah blah. So all this, unfortunately, you have to figure out yourself. Do you want to leave 30% of your share behind so that when it comes down, you are not losing so much? Or do you want to leave 50% of the shares behind because you are slightly more greedy? That is up to you already. And there are ways to mitigate any loss if price start to fall back. These are the things that you do have to think for yourself. Um, with that state, let's continue the portfolio. So actually this week, right, I don't really have much stuff. Basically Sembcorp Marine was hit for stop loss at 0.150. You can see all the links here. If you simply click this, right, it will bring you to the Sembcorp Marine post. I made it extremely easy for you guys to refer to the post that I take the trade and I hit the stop loss. So you don't need to like go and think, hey, like you got say this man, you got say that man. But actually, what I enter shouldn't matter to you. This is just there to sort of prove my authenticity rather than for you to follow. Actually, if you follow mine, right, you probably not be making a lot of profits, because there are a lot of folks, a lot of good traders that I know that use the scanner, that they look through the scanner, they pick the trade by themselves, they are doing extremely well. They are doing even better than I am right now. So some of them get 50% sort of return on investment in that last 2 months, whereas I have been trading this, my portfolio has been created like August, so I'm trading for like 4 months, whereas they can get my return in that 2 months mainly just by doing my scanner and coming to their own decision. On the 16th, I don't really have anything except that I exited my remaining Halcyon share at 305. So that 5,000 share is the remaining lah. Actually, I have 35,000 shares. So the 30,000 shares I have previously taken profit at 350. So I simply just let go of this lah. But of course, after I let go of this on 16, right, on the 17th, Halcyon went up back to 0.35, which was like I was not really sad about it because it's only 5,000 shares, so I just let it go. But you do have to realize that my trades are not optimized. Not optimized as in, if you look at my trade, right, they are not perfect. So you need to stop thinking that my trades are perfect. Sometimes I do stupid things also, and these stupid things, they end up in a loss, or they end up in not really good profit. But over a long period, over a big set of trade, let's say I make 200 trades, right, most of my stuff are actually okay, and they are more than the loss. So that's all I'm worried about. So most of you like to focus on the perfect trade, the perfect entry, the perfect number. So do not focus on those. You are allowed to make a bit of mistake here and there, provided that you have a proper system. Of course, if you do not have a proper system, you don't know what you're doing, then that's another matter lah. But I do have my proper system. Nimbus Capital we have our own trading rules that we follow, and once in a while we sort of bend the rule a bit here and there, and because of that, we pay the price lah. So for the Halcyon case, right, I am not supposed to prematurely exit, and I did here, and of course in the end I paid the price lah. So I mean, there is allowance lah. It's not going to hurt everything. And okay, also for Sembcorp Marine, I would like to emphasize also that the moment your stop loss is hit, please immediately exit. Don't wait for candle close. Don't wait for next day candle. Immediately exit. You don't go and see the market depth. Don't see the time sale. Don't go and do things that you are not familiar with. Don't go and like predict things. Don't suddenly become like a expert tape reader like that. Suddenly go and see all a lot of people buying out, should be buyer here lah, there lah. Don't do this kind of thing. Just exit. It's as simple as that. If you follow this, you will be fine. You will be fine. On the 17th, Sing Sing Mining, it was a intraday in and out, but it was when I entered, it was not meant to be an intraday. Actually, this trade call came out before market open, and I entered at market open. Then after that, it hit TP within that same day lah. But of course, when I put up this post, it wasn't meant to be an intraday. So don't think of this as an intraday. It's just a coincidence that it happened to hit TP on that day. I do not post my intraday trade here. Of course, Stitch Fish, I managed to take profit at 68.2. You all have seen the TP post. And take profit. Also, Franken hit my TP at 1.28. I take profit for 20,000 shares. I still have 5,000 left over. The chart is still very strong, which is why you saw another trade setup post that came for Franken to buy the breakout. And of course, high P, I cleared all my high P at $2 on Friday, and which has of course net me a total of 14.6 thousand. So you can actually see here, these are my close position. I have loss on AEM here. I have loss on, okay, this Genting was very long time ago. It's not the current trade setup that I make, so don't worry about it. And of course, Samcorp Marine, sorry, where is it? Here. Samcorp Marine 2000 here, and high P of course 16,000. So this is my biggest profit for the year. The second biggest was, I think, iFast. I managed to get out 3.7. That was like way before the drop down happened. So don't talk about it was actually in all my portfolio update. You can actually go and dig back to see that I exited way before the drop happened lah. And of course, fuel cell, there was 5,000. So I do have big losses. My losses are quite big number here and there. But what you notice is that I have very few losses. But although I have very few losses, I have a lot of positions stuck. I have a lot of open positions that neither TP nor SL stuck there. But eventually, these counters start to move up because they never hit their stop loss. Start to move up. Kimley move up. Now Union Gas. I already TP one, so this is like the second entry lah. Another trade entry, not the original entry. Original entry I already TP already. So what you notice is I have a lot of stuck position, and but all these stuck position, right? Eventually they will move. Eventually when they move, I will take profit. And actually those counters that legitimately hit the TP and I cut, right? They are not a lot. They are not a lot of them. But it will be very rare for you to enter 3 or 5 trades in a row where all of them hit the stop loss and you got cut out. But most of the time you will be stuck. That is one thing that I can sort of admit to you lah. So you need to be comfortable with getting stuck. If you are stuck and you want to trade some more, this one I repeated many times, but I really need to drill down this. If you are stuck and you want to trade some more, right? Do not exit a counter to chase another counter. When you do this, right, you are doing two things. You are predicting two things. Number one, you predict that your current counter will not move anymore. It will go down. Hence, you exit. And you also predict that whatever counter you chase, it is going to go up immediately. So now when you exit, you need these two predictions to be correct in order for that decision to be worth it. And you are paying commission to make that prediction. And most of the time, right, it is not worth it. It's seriously not worth it. If you want to trade more, just put in more capital. The number one rule in my trading system is that there are no prediction. If you make anything that involve a prediction, right, you are wrong. You are heading in the wrong direction already. And in fact, that is very good if you have a successful trading system that does not require any prediction error, right? It's good one because you are not relying on unknown stuff, or you are not pretending to know things that you don't really know. You are not pretending to be a smart aleck. You are not predicting anything. It is just a very simple system that you just go in, go out, go in, go out. You don't need to worry about that. It is worry free. It is only when people start to think that there's a lot of complicated, people make things complicated for themselves lah. That's what I'm trying to say. So please don't do that. As a trader, it will only be hurting yourself. And none of the fundamental, none of the things that most people talk about here and there, right? They are not really related to the time frame of trade. The time frame of our trade mostly 2 week, 3 week. The longest I held is 3 months, so they are not relevant to us. So please bring home this, because if you come to my course, right, I'll be telling you this as well. My course training, they all have this information drilled down inside their head already. I don't need to drill them anymore. Whenever they make a trade, right, they know very well what they are doing. They do not predict anything. They just simply follow the trade plan. Okay, so to continue, so that's basically my portfolio here. So yeah, so I do have this portion here that is exactly what I say lah. And of course I would like to go through um Raffles Medical also. Personally, I don't have Raffles Medical, but a few of my training have Raffles Medical. Some of you have Raffles Medical. You came to me personally to message me that you have this, and of course like want to hold on or not, and unfortunately I do give you the advice that if you want to cut, right, you have to cut Raffles Medical. But of course I also give you that indication that I do not cut at all. If you want to do it, you are doing it at your own risk ready. If you want to operate outside of what I have teach you, right, you are on your own. I will not take any responsibility for that lah. And the stop loss for Raffles Medical was about 8.2 like that. And there's a lot of people probably exited from here and here. So you missed this entire thing. So the thing here that I want to mention is there will be a lot of trade that is like this, where you enter, it will go back and it will go up. So if you are only able to enter trade, if you are only able to take profit from stocks that go directly up and TP, right, you are not going to make a lot of money. There will be many counters that retrace a bit then go back up. So you need to get comfortable with holding this. You need to be comfortable is holding the retrace. That's why the stop loss is there. The stop loss is there not to control your risk. The stop loss is there to ensure you hold the trade so that you don't lose money unnecessarily. The stop loss is there as a profit making tool. Please understand this. The stop loss is there as a profit making tool. It is not there as a risk management tool. Your risk management tool is your lot sizing strategy. Please refer to the earlier post. So you need to get these two separated very distinctively lah. So once you understand that, right, once you understand that, you are going to be a lot more better and more profitable. Mainly because, right, let's say if you encounter trade like this, let's say if you encounter trade like this, let's say you have a trade entry here, and then you have a stop loss here, and then you get stop out, price go down. So this kind of stop loss, this kind of loss, right, it is acceptable. It is perfectly acceptable to hit with this kind of loss, because after price hit your stop loss, it continue to go back down. It shows that your stop loss is at the correct level. It didn't go back up like that. So it is, your stop loss is placed correctly lah. But what you do not want is, you do not want to be in a situation where price go down, you get stop out and then it go up, meaning this could have been profit instead of a loss. So let's say here you are hit with a $800 loss, and that $800 loss could actually be $1,600 profit. So in this case, right, you actually lost $2,400. So that is a very big swing. And most of the time, all your trade, majority of your trade will be in this kind of situation. It will go stagnant a bit before go up. It will go retrace before it go up. So your stop loss is there to ensure that you do not get stop out when this kind of thing happen, so that you do not get hit with a double whammy, a loss instead of a profit. So it is very important that you follow my stop loss at all costs. I want to drill this again. If you are planning to ask me, should I hold, Zor, you made this call, make that call, should I hold, should I blah, 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 I'm going to be telling you the same thing. No, never hit stop loss, do not exit. So in the future, I hope I will be entertaining less of such situation. Okay. Let's continue forward. So Let's look at some of the trades that we sort of shared and taken last week. So most of the trade, right? I'm not really going to go through much really unless there's some special things that I need to mention about them. If you are stuck there, just hold it, hit stop loss, just take the loss. If it goes up, then good lah, you can take the TP. So number one that I want to go through is of course Franken. Franken, I want to go through mainly because the initial entry came out here. Then of course it start to go up. And so what Franken is right now, right? The chart pattern, right? It is very similar to high P. The trend is forming here and it is very similar to a high P trend. And I think that this have the potential to go up further lah. So if you are already, if you have this position here already, right, and you are still holding, you haven't TP yet, good job, good for you. Even those TP level have been hit, right? You are holding, you are still holding some, right? That's good. But what you can do is you can start to shift your stop loss lah. So probably maybe let's say if you enter here, your stop loss for here, my recommended stop loss for here, at least you can shift your stop loss to sort of lock some profit, or at least make sure that you are not incurring any loss from the position that you are holding lah. So if it goes up higher, you can definitely take it. So this one counter that I'm also personally looking to add more position in the coming week. Okay, so with that said, let's go through a few more things. Let's look at some of the Hong Kong counters. Sorry, not Hong Kong counters. Avagra. I make a trade setup this week, and I think that it's quite good to go for the breakout trade here lah. Quite good to go for the breakout. I'm not sure where my stop loss. I think my stop loss is here. So the stop loss is there for one reason, so that if it goes sideways, then eventually breakout, right? You are still in the trade. You do not get stop out. So the stop loss is not there to sort of not there for risk management. Your risk management is your lot sizing, because your lot sizing will determine how much you are going to lose. Okay, then after that, let's go through a few more. Innovent Bio, hit TP ready, so this one won't go through much lah. Tai Hing Group, I personally have it. Sinopec, not. So Sinopec, I don't think I made the call for Sinopec, but I was just looking through it, and it does seems like a good. It seems like a good entry lah. If you are looking to enter this, right, your stop loss should be below this whole thing, so maybe somewhere around 50 cents. So if you go down, you can have another entry here. You can probably make one small entry here, another small entry here. So if you go down, then probably it can U-turn back up here lah. So your stop loss should be here. It should not be in the midst of this cluster here. Next one, automated system. This one I personally have, and you can see there are some buying coming out here. So I'm not sure where my stop loss, but my stop loss probably like somewhere here lah, or even here. I'm not sure, but you as long as you keep to the stop loss, you'll be fine. Hopefully, it's go sideways a bit and start to recover lah. I think next week it should recover. Apollo FMG. So this one also I personally have it retracing. Sorry, keep to your stop loss, you'll be fine. Hai Di Lao also say, I will just advise the same thing. Keep to your stop loss, you'll be fine. Don't worry too much about it. Everard Vehicle and L'Occitane, same thing also. Keep to, if you have this, keep to your stop loss, you'll be fine. So let's go to US for a bit. So you all saw in Facebook that I made the comment about how something big in US is happening, mainly because my scanner, right, my US scanner, it came out 280 matches, which is unseen of lah, which is unseen of. Normally the highest matches came out for US is about 40. On average, mostly about 20, 15, around there lah. Singapore market is even worse. The matches that I get for my scanner is about less than 10, 5, 6. If I get 10, right, it's considered very good already, considered very active already. But to get 280 stock in matches in US, right, it's not that the scanner is wrong. The scanner definitely working fine. It shows that there's something happening in the US market. And of course, you all saw the article about the quadruple witching. So a lot of options. So basically, a lot of options expire yesterday. And it seems that most of the options were exercised. So because most of the options were exercised, right, there is a sudden huge surge in volume that coming into the stock market lah. So not only that, it also seems that there is a lot of buying on these company as well. And if you look at most of the counters, right, they are most of them are very bullish. Most of them are very bullish. Most of them are very bullish, bullish closing. So it does point to a direction that actually next week, right, we are going to have a somewhat bullish week. We are going to have like a Santa rally. So I am looking forward to that. And of course, please do focus on US market the next week. I think of course you do follow all the risk management and the lot sizing strategy that I give you doesn't mean something special happening, you throw everything out of the window. All the rules are fixed. You do not change the rule for any reason. You do not change the rule for any. Just keep to those rules, but just focus a bit more. Maybe if you have some cash in your trading account, right? You might not want to enter Singapore market, or maybe not even Hong Kong. Maybe you might want to leave those counter for the US market lah. I think hopefully something good is coming lah. Like I say, we are not predict. I'm not going to predict the future. Just that there are some data showing that this could happen, but just because got data showing this can happen, I'm not gonna YOLO and throw all my setup rules out of the window. I am still going to stick to my setup as it is. It is just that instead of putting money in Singapore and Hong Kong, I am going towards the US side. So early in the morning, I did pick out a few counters that are worth trading. I think that one of that counter, I forgot what already. Never mind, you can go and see my Patreon. I think there is one or two US counter lah. But of course, you do have access. You do have the screenshot to the scanner result as well. So do go and take a look there, and ensure that you do see, you do catch something off the market coming next week lah. So that's all for the webinar today. And once again, I truly apologize for the late posting lah. And also have a good holiday week next week. And I'll probably still be trading, but until like Wednesday like that. Of course, Thursday is the Christmas Eve, I believe. So we'll probably have the, yeah, so the trading week from Monday to Wednesday lah. So just trade a bit here and there, and enjoy the rest of the year off. And hopefully everyone will be able to close 2020 with quite I would say a good trading, trading return. Yeah, okay. Thanks everyone.